My every minute thought goes to you. With every hour I put in the grind. The day's hustle clock mirrors the face of you. Time plus time. The spirit holds the mind far ahead. The soul reaches for pennies in the dark of dread. It's 30K left to see a happy sign. Time after time. Countless minutes to hours getting old. The inner workings of my soul has slowed. I must find a way off this sick vine before my future goal is not worth the dime. The new year, second hand, starts to unwind as I suck energy's wind and falling behind. Time plus time. What's going on, Kminustwo's? Guys, that poem was written in my financial journal back in January of 2015. I went on to be debt-free, and the search for peace and tranquility was on. But back in January 2015, guys, my soul was searching for something. My spirit was low on gas. I was in a tough spot. I was into the Dave Ramsey program to be debt-free, to change my life, and to grasp that peace and tranquility that I've just told you guys about, but I was in a tough spot. I was a year and a half into the Dave Ramsey program, guys, and I was suffering. I was not in a good spot. I was struggling on the Dave Ramsey program. I had just got out of a long-term relationship, but that wasn't even the start of it. That was just part of it. The more important part of it, guys, is I wasn't on the Dave Ramsey program like I should have been. I was doing what we call Dave-ish, okay? I was on the street again for the second time in my journey. I had signed up to be in this apartment building that was slated to be condemned in the suburbs, the western suburbs of western Minneapolis. So that's where I was at, man. That's where I was at. And I needed to figure it out, right? Some of you guys have heard my older videos where I talk about my 45 minutes in that mirror moment I had in that rundown apartment building I was in. That was it, guys. That was the moment that I went across that line and changed my life around. That was that moment. 45 minutes of mirror, guys, and my spirits behind me, encouraging me along the way. Telling me, my dear spirits, my dear relatives, two spirits, two angels, telling me, hey, young fella, we got you. We got you. We got you. Time after time, we got you, buddy. Let's do this. And that's what did it. But that poem, guys, typifies where I was at. And this particular video is going to be all about time plus time. What does time plus time mean? Stay tuned. I have something to say to the young folks out there. From 18 to 45. This is for you. My daughter, my son, my nieces and nephews. K-2s. Guess what? Your daughters, your sons, your nieces and nephews, your grandkids. All right? Look. It's like this right here. You guys have seen my other videos before. I talk about 3 things that can hold you back, particularly, right? You're going to get Murphy's Law. That bugaboo, right? That bugaboo, Murphy's Law, right? Basic saying of life, a law of life that says that, hey, if you ain't got your stuff together, something can happen to you, right? If you don't have your financial life in order, right, you're subjected to things happening to you, right? Murphy's Law, right? Murphy's Law has kicked my ass, guys, all throughout my lifetime. When I was younger, on welfare, he kicked up my ass. When I was older, college graduate, doing my thing, professional jobs, this and any other, it didn't matter. My mindset was still not where it needed to be financially. He was kicking my ass. Up until I was 45 years old, guys, Murphy's Law kicked my ass, right? So it was my duty to myself to get myself in order to kick his ass. Back behind him is life, right? Life will throw things at you, including her little naggy son, Murphy's Law, and his cousins, broke, desperate, and stupid, if you're not where you need to be financially, right? Life will Life will throw things at you guys just to see where you're at, right? To test you, right? To see if you learn anything at a particular age you are right now, the age and stage you are right now. Life will see where you at. To see if you learn anything, right? But one thing about life, she'll sit back there, shake her head, and congratulate you as well if you have accomplished and achieved over her test, right? Back behind her is the ultimate, right? He's got his arms crossed, shaking his head. He knows when you're going to leave this place. Father Time, the ultimate, right? The ultimate dictator, right? Guys, you only have a certain amount of time on this planet to do what you have to do. This goes out to the young people, right? I knew what I had to do, guys. I started this process when I was 45 years old, right? I give this out to you, the challenge to you, my young people out there. What do you have to do to change your life around to the better? To take care of what you got to take care of, right? I did a video before about if you are satisfied in your life right now, no guilt and shame. That's fine. If you're poor and you want to be poor and you're satisfied being poor, you have no other aspirations to achieve other than that, right? If you're fine with that, that's cool. No guilt and shame. If you're comfortable with that, that's fine. If you are middle class, make good money, middle class, you consider middle class, but you're broke, and you're fine with that. You're fine with living paycheck to paycheck. You're fine with the 60, 70, 80% of the American public that are living paycheck to paycheck or have financial issues. You're okay with that. You can live a satisfied life with that. That's fine. No guilt and shame to you. But for those people out there that are like me, who found themselves middle class, but live paycheck to paycheck, like 60, 70, 80% of the American public, I want to change that. If you're like me and want to change that, I implore you guys to take control of yourself right now. K-2, getting at the I in you, so you can tell your money what to do. This video, guys, is about time plus time and what that means. The one thing that can hold me back in my life, in my quest for peace and tranquility, in my quest to build the kind of wealth I want to build. This is the number one thing, guys. Stay tuned. The number one thing that can hold me back in my journey, and the number one thing that will hold you back in yours as well. Stay tuned. What's going on, my K-2s? Welcome back to the K-2 Financial Health Channel. It's good to have you guys back. I have not seen you guys in a while. Come on in, let's talk about it, guys. What's up? K-2 is back in the flesh again. If you're new to the channel and you like what you're getting ready to hear, I ask that you like the video, consider subscribing to my channel. This particular channel, I'm going to share some financial nuggets with you, things that can help you out along your journey if you choose to go down this road of getting out of debt, building wealth, and enhancing your life for the future. You're welcome to listen to my show, nuggets I'm getting ready to drop on you, but also this channel is about helping to give people hope and inspire people from my story. In my story, you long-term K-2s know, if you're new to the channel, I describe what I've been through and what I'm going through on my financial journey to get out of debt and build wealth for myself for the future, all right? And to give people hope and inspire people along the way. And if you're new, I started the Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover plan way back in 2013 when I was $40,000 in debt. I got out of debt. It took me about 3.5 years to get out of debt. March 17 of 17, I got out of debt and have been building wealth ever since. That's my story. But I also didn't stop there. I continue to tell my story. And my long-term K-2s know I'm real like that, guys. I'm always going to tell you my wins. I'm also going to tell you my losses as well. All right? So if you new guys have anyone that's in your life that you love and care about, that you think they can use this information to their advantage, you're welcome to share this information with them. All right, K-2s, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing well, guys. The scene you just saw, the couple of videos, scene you just saw was my trip to Egypt. Yes, guys, I haven't seen you guys in a while. That's where I've been. I've been over in Egypt, enjoying myself, enjoying a fabulous vacation over there. I'm going to share some more information with you guys during my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover update for 2024, guys. Where I am financially, that's coming up here, okay? So stay tuned. I'm going to share some more fabulous videos and clips in my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover, where I am in that process. I'm going to share those videos with you. If you want to see more of my trip to Egypt, I'm not going to share too much on my YouTube channel, but I am going to share more and more on my Instagram channel. Okay, so if you guys are interested, you're welcome to, I'll leave a link. You guys are welcome, you're welcome to check those out, okay? But yeah, it's a fabulous trip, guys. And again, I'm going to be sharing more and more with you guys on my trip to Egypt. You know, guys, that's where I am, okay? Because I put the work in, right? Instead of taking a trip where you're constantly worried, you can't really enjoy yourself because you got bill collectors calling you back home, I don't have none of that. So see, guys, that's the difference. Most folks go on vacation in this country because most folks are in debt, but they don't want to put in the time and effort to get out of debt and build wealth. They just bypass that and go enjoy themselves anyway. Meantime, between time, they can't really enjoy themselves because it's back here, right? In the subconscious, they know that when they go back home, they got to deal with debt collectors calling them, right? I have no such thing in my life, guys, because I put in the time and effort. This channel, guys, is not to blow myself up. It's not to make myself, not to feel sorry for myself. This is not either one of those channels, okay? This channel is to share with you my story, my wins and my losses, to help give you hope and inspire you, okay? But again, stay tuned for that, guys. But before I get into the video, let's go ahead and take care of some business, okay? So I decided to, I think I've talked to you guys before, and again, guys, I'm gonna give you guys know, you long-term subscribers know about this. If you're new to the channel, I have a financial journal that I keep on my journey, and I relay all information off that journal I keep. So that's the information. When you see me looking down, I go all right off when I write, everything's off my journal that I'm getting ready to say to you, okay? So, guys, remember last time I talked to you, I had talked to you about my organization, my Kminustwo financial health organization. I decided to not use a website for that for the meantime, but to use my Facebook page as my business/organization to help people. Now, if someone wanted to reach out and ask me questions, get help, get some help with some financial coaching, help with your budget, so forth and so on, you're welcome to reach out to my Kminustwo financial health page. I'll leave a link. A lot of you guys know what it is already, but I'll leave a link down for that, okay? Also, guys, something new. I'm gonna create a what I call a quote-unquote 15 minutes with coach session. So if anyone wants information, ask questions about my journey, about where I am, ask questions about how I can help them, you're welcome to get a hold of me. We can have a 15 minutes with coach program session, okay? Also on my Facebook page, when you go in there, I have a test. If someone reach out to me and I work with them, the first thing I'm going to give them is what I call my financial health savvy test. And you can find that on my Facebook page. Go to the top, once you're on my page, go to the top, hit the Kminustwo logo, cover photo, hit that, and inside there is, I think it's 10 questions you can answer, and have fun with it. Answer those questions. Let me know your answer, and then I'll get back to you on the real answer. We can have a one-on-one with that if you want to, okay? Also, guys, for those of you that are out of debt and are interested in building wealth like me, guys, during my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover plan, I'm going to share with you all my accounts, where I am, my various accounts, guys, my investments accounts, my individual investment accounts, brokerage accounts, HSAs, all those things I'm going to talk to you about during my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover and where I am in the process. But for those of you who are out of debt, interested like me in building wealth, your 401k may be maxed out at your job, your individual IRA, your Roth IRA may be maxed out, so forth and so on. Hopefully it's your Roth IRA, not the regular IRA. The Roth IRA is that's where it's at, guys. And we can talk more and more about that. But if you're interested in building more wealth, if that's all maxed out and you have extra money to build wealth, you need a brokerage account, okay? An individual brokerage account. You guys have heard of stuff like apps like Robinhood, for example. Well, I have an app I learned about, guys. It's called Moomoo app. And that's what I use. Again, I'm going to talk more about that on my update coming up. But I use an app called Moomoo, guys. And it's doing great for me right now. I do my individual investments on that particular app. And if you guys are interested, I always give out stuff that can help my people and to help them the best way I can. And I only give out what I do. And I use this app, so I'm encouraging you guys, if you guys are interested, check it out. Moomoo also, if you deposit $100, Moomoo will give you up to 15 free stocks. So if you guys are interested, I'll put a link down in the box for you guys as well. Well, this video, it's all about time, right? Time that if you're 18 to 45, you need to listen up to this video, because I'm going to share with you why time is very important if you want to go down the journey that I'm going down. And this thing called time, guys, is a thing that can really hinder me and hold me back since I started my journey late, okay? I started my journey, guys, when I was 45 years old. Like I said before, in 2013, I was 45. But I didn't start my wealth building journey as far as stock market, for example, is what we're going to talk about today. But I didn't start that journey until I was 48 and a half, okay? So, look, guys, let me tell you something. There are 3 ways that people in this country have built wealth. These 3 things have made a lot of millionaires, okay? That's having a business, starting a business, and real estate, acquiring property or investing in real estate, and stock market, okay? We're going to talk about the stock market today. So before I do that, let's discuss passive income versus active income. Your active income is what you put in every day when you go to your job. You invest time for money. You put in 8 hours, 10 hours, 16 hours at your job, they're gonna agree to give you money back for putting time in. That's time to make money, okay? Putting time in to make money, time and effort to make money. Passive income is something you do. You may work to a certain point to get that passive income going, but once you get it going, guys, the passive income keeps coming and keeps coming, okay? You hold back, lay back, not do anything and chill, the passive income keeps coming and coming and coming because you set the stage, you put the initial work in, the passive income keeps coming, all right? So that's the difference, okay? So again, we're gonna talk about the stock market today. We're not going to talk about the business or real estate, but we're going to talk about how you can advance yourself in your life if you want to take the same journey I took. If you're 18 to 45, something that's very important that you need to consider, okay? Guys, let me tell you something. Let's give you some interesting facts about the stock market, okay? Do you know that 48% of the American public regret not taking advantage of investing in the stock market? Do you know a Gallup poll that says that 37%, only 37% of people younger than 35 invest in the stock market, and only 39% of Black Americans invest in the stock market. What is the stock market, guys? The stock market is something, like I said before, that has really helped me out. When I got out of debt and started building wealth, and I started investing, this is something that really increased my net worth and really got me feeling very good about my future. And it's changed my perspective on life and changed my life all the way around, guys, because I have a gig business and do a little real estate stock here and there, but like I said, the stock market, investing in the things I'm getting ready to tell you about, one particular thing I'm going to tell you about, it's really got me feeling good about it, and something I encourage you guys. I'm not an analyst. I'm a guy's going to tell you something what to do. I'm going to give you information and have you guys make your own decision. But this is something I encourage 18 to 45-year-olds to really get more involved with if you plan on having a great financial future. The stock market, guys, what is it? The stock market is pretty much a mix of small, mid-sized, large-sized companies who put their companies on the market. The stock market, right? There are private companies, there are public companies. The public companies put themselves out there like that to find private investment companies, people like me and you, right? Just regular folk who want to help them build their business, right? We help them build their business by buying stock or buying ownership of their particular company. Maybe a little small piece of ownership, but it's a piece of ownership. If you're investing in their company, you're buying stock, right? You're buying your way in, right? To grow their business. So you're buying ownership or shares, okay, of stock, right? Okay, so like I said before, some companies like Walmart, McDonald's, AT&T, right? You've heard of those companies, right? The same companies you guys invest in every day when you go buy something, right? To buy groceries, to buy this, to buy that, right? Well, you might as well just go, if you're gonna use those companies to make your everyday purchase, don't it make sense to have a little ownership in that company, right? Have a little piece of the slice of the pie, right? Okay, so when you get involved with these companies, right? For me, the best thing for a young person to do is to invest in the S&P 500. The S&P 500 stands for Standard & Poor's 500. The 500 companies, the 500 is the 500 largest companies in the United States, okay? Now, you can invest in companies in the United States or you can invest in companies abroad, right, overseas, right? The S&P 500 are the top 500 companies in the United States, guys, and that's what I feel good about. This is what I invest in. Again, I'm going to share more information with you guys specifically about my investments, but this is something I invest in, something I encourage you guys to invest in. The S&P 500, since its inception, guys, since inception of the stock market, has generated 10%. And I'm going to share information with you guys and to detail what I'm talking about to make my point on this whiteboard here in a few minutes. Okay? So, and that's the reason why I want to explain this to you, the factor of time, right? And why it's important for your journey, okay? Before I do that, let me share with you guys one of my clips from Egypt, right? Very special message I want to share with you guys from my trip to Egypt. Hey, check it out. What's going on, Kminustwos? For many months, many years, many different videos, we've talked about the steps to financial freedom. I'm gonna give it to you guys in Egyptian style. One thing leads to another, right? One step in your financial journey leads to another. We talked about how to get your mind right. It starts with your mind. It starts with making the decision. It starts with making the decision and then creating a plan. After you create a plan, you stick with it. You tell yourself whatever it takes in your life, you're gonna stick with that plan because you see the future. You see your dreams happening when you're successful with your money, right? Every step that goes by, guys, you're putting your emergency fund in place, you're attacking your debt, and you go back and put your full emergency fund in place and go after making money grow, right? After you make money grow, establish your vision, you go back and help other people, right? We've come too far to forget who we are. So let's take it to another level. Raise the bar. Only then can we toast two ancestral stars. Peace. Okay, guys, so welcome back to the video. I wanted to share with you guys a little clip of my Egypt trip, and I want to share with you guys a little shout out I made special for you guys to give you a ray of hope wherever you are in your financial journey. All right. So what you guys have just seen is a temple built by Queen Hatshepsut, a great, powerful woman pharaoh way back in the day. Okay. So there you guys have it. So let's get back to the video. Guys, I'm going to use this whiteboard here. I'm going to talk about 3 different examples to give you guys an example of what I'm talking about when I mean time. Okay. At the end, I'm going to talk about time plus time. Okay. So let's get to it. Okay. So if you are an 18-year-old and let's say you're 18-year-old, you have a job, you're just starting out, you didn't go to college, you just got out of high school and you just want to start out, hit the ground running, right? Let's say you work maybe at Amazon, right? And you get your 38, 39, 40 hours in a week, okay? And you want to invest. Let's say they got a program at your job where, you may not have no opportunity at your job. Let's say you got a maxed out, let's say you got a 401k at your job that's maxed out and you want to invest in find another way to invest, right? You can go get a brokerage account, like I mentioned before, and start investing. You can do an app like, Robinhood, for example, or the Moomoo app, for example, and start investing that way on your own. A lot of times, guys, your 401k at your job, the difference between that and your like a Moomoo app, for example, or an IRA, or Roth IRA, or regular IRA, is your 401k is very limited. You might have 10, 11, 12 stocks that you can invest in. The accounts I just talked to you about, like a Roth IRA or an individual IRA account or an investment app, for example, you got access to all the stocks, right? It's like an ocean versus a little pond, right? That's the difference. Okay, so you got more opportunities, more things to invest in, right? More potential money opportunities out there for you guys. So you may have an account that's maxed out if you're 18 and you want to go out and make some more money, or you may not be able to you may have no investments in your company at all. Your company may not even have a 401k. So let's say your company don't have a 401k and you want to go out and go get either a Roth IRA or a regular IRA account, or you just want to invest on your own. Well, you have $0 to start out with. All the money you're going to contribute to this is going to be money out of your pocket that you're going to get paid from your job. Okay, let's just start from there. Okay, and let's say you're 18 and you want to work up until you're 45 years old. You want to see where that can take you, right? Now, you're only going to invest. We're going to do this example, guys, that you guys see what's the possibilities here. You're only going to invest $100. $100 a month for 1 year. Okay, so $100 a month, in other words, $1,200 a year. Okay, so we're going to start out with this example, and I want you guys to see, as I go through these examples, I want you guys to see the factor of time, how time plays a big part in you to build your wealth, right? And I want you guys to take it in when I'm telling you guys, right, how this affect me. Right? When I started my journey and I was 45 years old, right guys, and I really didn't get invested into the stock market gung-ho like I am right now until I was 48 and a half, okay? So let's start with the 18-year-old. Again, you're starting out with $0, all right? After means how much you're gonna have after how much time. In this case, you wanna go, well, let's change that. So, in this case, the 18-year-old wants to stop working when he's 45, okay? So what is that? That's 27 years. That's 27 years, okay? So the annual growth rate, what I mentioned before, let's say this guy, and all my examples are going to be on the S&P 500. Remember I mentioned before the S&P 500, the Standard & Poor's 500. This guy right here is going to invest in the top 500 companies in America, right? The S&P 500, guys, since its inception, has generated a 10% return, okay? So his return rate, that's how much money that's how much interest his money is going to grow, compounded over a year of time, right? Annually, right? compounding annually over every year, right? For 27 years, okay? The annual growth rate, 10% annually, okay? He's gonna contribute $100 a month, right? Okay, so I want you guys to look at this and think how much money, if he started with zero, how much money will he have after 27 years with a 10% interest rate, growth rate, and he's only investing $100 a month? How much will he have? What do you think? All right, if you said over $100,000, you were right, okay? You were definitely right. So guess what, guys? Guess what? He would have $153,000, right? Exactly, right? Just investing $100 a month, right? And starting with zero. So here's the interesting fact. Here's the interesting fact, guys. The money he contribute for 27 years is $32,000. But the money that his stock has generated over 27 years, right, is $120,000, guys. You see what that's his interest. That's the money he put in, and that's how much money his stock has generated, right? The compound interest. His interest is compounded over 27 years. Boom, 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 right? Compound interest. His interest gaining money, gaining interest over interest. His interest compound against each other, right? Interest times interest. Boom, 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 compounding interest. That's the advantage right there. If you're young folk, you're 18, and you got some time to work with, time, right, guys? 27 years, right? And that's what it can do for you, all right? So let's go to the next example. It's a 34-year-old. And she also wants to stop working at 45, okay? Let's see where she's at. Let's see where she's at. Let's erase these things here, and let's see where she's at in the process. All right. So she wants to stop working at 45 as well. Let's put in her numbers, okay? Let's put her numbers in. All right. So instead of 27 years, she's got 11 years, right? She's got 11 years to work with. Let's see where she's at, right? She's 27. Or I'm sorry, she's 34. All right? So she's 34. Now, you guys look at this. And obviously, she's going to have less money because the guy before was going 27 years over for 10%, investing $100 a month. But she's only going 11 years. How much you guys think she would have after 11 years? From 34 to 45. Scott. So it's a big difference. Big difference. Check this out. She only would have $23,000. Now I say only. That's a good change. All right, that's a good chunk of change, right, guys? I'll take it. I'm sure you would too, right, guys? But you see the difference, right? From $153,000 over 27 years down to 30 or down to 23 over 11-year stretch, right? And her contributions equal about, what was that? $13,000 is the money that her $100 added up for 11 years. That's what it added up to, $13,000. And her interest is only $11,000. So you see the difference as well in the interest, right? Well, the guy before, 18 years old, he started out at 18, he put in time for 27 years, his interest generated $127,000. What he got, that's how much it's compounded over time. $120,000 versus her 11 years is $11,000. Okay, so I want you guys to visualize that and to understand that. Again, it's a great example. It's great to see things written down on paper, to see things written down visually, so you can actually see it and really take it in. Okay. So again, let's go ahead and erase this and talk about my situation a little bit, and then I'll let you guys go. So again, when I'm explaining my situation, I want you to understand where I'm at and what my goals are. Okay, I kind of messed that contribution up a little bit, didn't I, guys? So let's go ahead and see if I can get it together there. Okay, you guys can see that. So again, even though I want you guys to understand, I started my journey, my financial journey, debt-free journey at 45. But again, I didn't start investing like I am right now in the stock market. That's where I knew I was going to make some way in my hay, right, guys, in the stock market. I knew that was going to be my way to do it. Even though I can invest in my business and so forth and so on, and invest in real estate, but I knew my way is going to be the stock market. And again, I started out when I was 48 and a half years old. Okay, guys, so let's just play fun. Let's play around here with this. Let's just say I want to stop. I had a goal to stop working at 62 when I was 48. So that's what, 14 years. And let's say I did what these guys did. Let's say I did what my younger people did, and I stayed with the $100 plan, okay, during that time. How much money you guys think I would have? Have you guys figured it out yet? Okay, so obviously I'm gonna have more than the 34-year-old because I'm doing the same thing she's doing, and I got more time in, right? But not much, not much at all. All right, so but again, I say not much, but still $35,000. Everybody would take that, right? Yeah, exactly, right? I would, you would, right? But again, I wanted you to see the difference between the time factor, okay? So if I did the same thing they did, after 14 years when I'm 62, I would have $35,000, okay? My contributions would be $16,000. Okay, so the interest will generate $18,000. All right. So as you can see, the more time you go, the more that compound interest starts to ramp up, right? I want you guys to see that, right? So if I did what they did, would you think my goals would be accomplished, right? Think about that, guys. You think my goals would be accomplished if I did that? No, they would not be, would they? Okay? Because I have some different goals, right? What are my goals, guys? So when I started this process, when I started investing, I set a goal of $500,000 ticket, right? $500,000 net worth, and that's what I wanted. I knew I had to put time in and investing in, right? Okay? I knew I had to put more time in, okay? Because more time I put in, the more effort I put in, it was going my investment was going to accumulate. My compound interest was going to accumulate, guys, during that time. And I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about here. But I had to work. I had to work and put it in, right? I had to work and put it in, guys. So in order for me to get that, how much money would I have to put in? A $500,000 net worth in 14 years at age 62, guys. How much money would I have to put in? What do you guys think? 500, 600, 700, 800? What would you guys say? 1,000, 2,000, 1,500? If you said $14,000, I'm sorry, $1,400, if you said that, you would be right. That's how much money a month your K-2 has to put in to get my $500,000 ticket at 62, or when I stop working, if I choose to stop working during that time. That's how much money I gotta have to do the things I want to do in my life, right? to do the things to give, to travel, to have a fruitful life, right? To set my goals, right? To accomplish my goals, right? So that's what I have to have. Now, guys, for me, I'm going to talk more about where I am in my investments, my particular investments, and I got a number of them, and where I am in the process during my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover video coming up to you guys. Okay, so that just give you guys an example. I'm going to talk more about where I am in the process, how much work, break down how much money I'm putting in, so forth and so on in that process. But that's another video that's coming up to you guys. Stay tuned for that. So again, I want you guys to understand the concept of time, right? I start the video by saying time plus time. And what does that mean? I talked to you about the time it's going to take for you to build wealth, right? But another concept you guys need to understand is the time, another time factor, right? What's that mean? It's a time that you waste procrastinating, waiting around, making a decision, thinking about this, thinking about that, right? Overcoming FOMO, overcoming YOLO, right? It's very important, guys. If you're 18, the younger you are, the better off you will be if you start now, right? I implore you guys, if you start now, this could be you, right? If you have the same goal and vision that I do, guys, I asked you, don't start like I did at 45 years old in your journey. Don't start investing like I did at 48 and a half. It puts a lot of pressure on you going forward. Look what I have to do to generate the kind of life I want to have for myself, to be able to travel to places like Egypt. I'm doing a good job. Your Kminustwo is going to do a good job. But look what I do, guys. Look what I do with my grind. I grind, I hustle. I grind, I hustle. After 11 years on this process, I'm 40, I started at 48, I started at 45, and then at 48 to investing, and now look at me, I'm 57, I'm still have to put in all that time. Well, if you start early, you start at 18, 20, 27, 34, right? Even 40, you can lay back and enjoy your life, but still put money in. Now, the examples I just gave, these guys, the 18-year-old had $153,000. The 34-year-old had what? What did she have? But that money's not gonna, solve your lifetime goals for yourself, right? But that just give you guys an example. That doesn't mean they can't. Let's go back and if they put in $500,000. That's if they put in $500, right? $600, $700, $1,000. What would they have, right? I just put in one example. That was $100, right? Think about if they put more in, right? So I want you guys to think about those kind of things, right? I implore you guys to, again, during my pre-video I talked about not everybody want to have the same goals we have. But K-2s, you guys are here with me. You get the same kind of vision, the same kind of passion, the same kind of purpose I have to make my life better, to my financial health, right? Improve my financial health. This video channel is about helping people like me, okay? Not, if you're satisfied with your life and you're not here, that's fine. There's no guilt and shame, like I said in my pre-video. But if you're like me, you listen to me right now, I have implored you guys to don't wait until you're 45. Start early. That's the message I'm going to give you guys, right? My nieces and nephews, my daughter, my son, K-2 is your nieces and nephews, your grandkids, right? Your kids, right? Start now, guys. Don't wait, right? Start now. K-2s, it's great to have you here. Thanks for having me. I haven't seen you guys in a while, like I said before. One of my goals going forward, guys, to do more consistent videos. But you know what your boy K-2 does? I'm doing my thing. I'm going my full time. I got my gig business on the side, and I'm doing my videos. But I also got special projects here and there. I'm doing my financial coaching as well, my financial assistance, and my, giving my financial wisdom to people out there who may need my help. Okay. Again, guys, welcome to the K-2 Financial Health Channel. If you're new to the channel, again, you like what you heard, hey, like the video. Actually, give my video a thumbs up, but also consider subscribing to my video. If something that you you've heard before that you want to ask me questions about, you're welcome. The links are down there to get a hold of me. If you know somebody that you care and love that can use this information to their advantage, make sure you share the video with them as well. Okay, K-2s, and again, I hope everybody's doing well. Stay tuned. Coming up, guys, like I said before, is my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover video, where I am financially in 2024. As always, okay, we've come too far to give up who we are. So let's take it to another level. Raise the bar. Only then can we toast to ancestral stars. Peace.